What if I told you it's possible to experience deep winter and early spring in just one day? From -28 and frozen cars to Vancouver's palm trees, from homemade yogurt experiments to lucky cat hunting, this week's adventure is full of contrasts. Hey guys, starting this week with my regular checkup. Gotta stay healthy for all the adventures ahead. The streets are surprisingly empty today, which makes it perfect for arriving right on time as always. Check out this modern clinic space, bright, clean and actually makes you feel calm. And trust me, this week is going to be special. Look what we've got, morning borscht. Nothing beats traditional breakfast before a busy day. Time to pump some iron. With all the traveling coming up, I need to keep my energy levels high. Plus, endorphins are the best motivation boost. It's only 45 minutes training and we're good to go. And here is my favorite supervisor, Lucy. She always makes sure I'm editing everything perfectly. -20 outside, but who cares when the sun is shining so bright. I couldn't resist taking a walk to the frozen river. The city is absolutely magical today. Just look at this architecture. Sometimes I forget I'm not in New York. These clean lines, this North American minimalism. There is something so peaceful about standing by the frozen river, surrounded by these magnificent buildings. Pure silence, just the sound of my footsteps in the snow.
And even despite the fact that now it's -28, it's still pretty comfort to be outside. And still, if you have enough layers of clothes, of course.
More architectural gems on my way back home. This city never fails to amaze me. Time for my morning instant coffee. Yeah, you heard that right, instant. It brings back so many precious memories, those weekend getaways to the countryside, sipping coffee by the campfire. Sometimes the simplest things carry the most beautiful moments. Don't you think so? Another cold morning means another round with the car. Quick car enthusiast tip for those who don't live in the extreme cold. Engine block heater is your best friend when it's -28. Unplug it now and we're ready to roll. Heading to Pura later to pick up my replacement Dyson. My hairdryer broke and guess what? They sent a new one completely free under warranty. That's what I call premium service. Sometimes paying more for quality brands really pays off in the long run. Downtown architectural symphony never gets old. Making my way to the drugstore and I just can't help but admire these stunning urban views.
Come with me to pick up my prescription drugs.
Quick stop at Rexall, straight to the pharmacy counter. You know what's great about these places? Everything's so well organized. You are in and out in no time. One last glimpse of downtown's impressive architecture before heading back. Relaxing time with TV when suddenly look who's here. But nope, Lucy's not interested in cuddles today. She's got her own agenda, finding that perfect sunny spot on top of the couch. Classic cat priorities, right? Time for some homemade yogurt magic. My sports bottle makes the perfect measuring tool. 2 rounds of 1000 ml milk going into the instant pot. Now here comes the special ingredient, the yogurt starter. And of course we have our official quality control inspector, Lucy, making sure everything meets her high standards with a thorough sniff check. Making yogurt at home might seem complicated, but it's actually super straightforward with the right equipment. Mix it all together, seal the pot and set it for 12 hours. The best part? Tomorrow morning we'll have fresh, creamy yogurt ready for breakfast. It's amazing how just a few simple ingredients can transform into something so delicious overnight.
Tomorrow I have a flight to Vancouver City. It's gonna be a business trip. We have a meeting with our partner, so let's go and find some present from Manitoba.
Shopping time. Looking for some perfect Winnipeg souvenirs for my business partner from Vancouver. Local sauces, coffee, city-themed t-shirts, so many options, and finally settled on a perfect combo. A t-shirt, city cap and some local chocolate. Can't go wrong with that. Evening crush session, boxing under disco lights. What an incredible energy rush. Just look at Lucy, living her best life on the couch, wrapped in a blanket. No early flights in her schedule, lucky cat. Meanwhile, I'm having my early morning coffee before the trip. Time to brave the minus 28 as my taxi heads to the airport. The security check is next and I'm already dreaming about breakfast in the waiting area. Finally in the waiting area, breakfast time. Brought my trusty homemade sandwich and some Pepsi, because who needs a fancy airport breakfast when you've got your favorite combo ready to go? Check out all this legroom, definitely scored with this seat. Oh, and here is something interesting, they are spraying the plane with the icing fluid. It's crucial in these temperatures to keep the wings from freezing mid-flight. And here we go, taking off. You can feel that power as we accelerate down the runway. And now, looking down at these snow-covered cities below, they look like tiny winter wonderlands from up here. Everything seems so small and peaceful from the height. Just look at these mountains through the window. Even from this height, they're absolutely massive and majestic. You know, mountains have this incredible way of putting everything into perspective, showing us how small we are in this world, yet somehow filling us with this powerful energy at the same time. Living in Manitoba, I really miss having mountains around, so moments like this, they bring out this pure childlike excitement in me. There is just something about their grandeur that never fails to take my breath away. It's like nature's ultimate masterpiece right outside my window. Touching down in Vancouver, the mountains look even more impressive as we're making our final descent. And now time for breakfast, fish cakes with eggs and crispy potatoes, and for dessert, sweet baklava. Heading to the co-working space through Vancouver's green streets. What a contrast to Winnipeg's winter wonderland. Barely any snow here. Vancouver's unique among Canadian cities with its lush greenery year-round. Got our weekly team call coming up, and I must say this refreshing environment definitely puts you in the right mindset for productive discussions. Time for a little exploration. It's amazing to see green trees and even some early spring buds here. Such a dramatic change from Winnipeg. The architecture here tells a fascinating story. There is a strong Asian influence everywhere you look, from the color schemes to the building designs. It makes perfect sense, since Vancouver is the gateway to Asia from Western Canada, making it a natural home for a large Asian community. You can even spot signs in Chinese alongside English. Walking the streets is like taking a journey through different cultures. And speaking of contrast, it's plus 3 degrees here. And I'm completely confused about what to wear. Just 4 hours ago I was in minus 28 and talk about climate shock, you know, from deep winter to early spring in one short flight. I'm smiling because I've already forgotten what spring and green trees are. The deeper you go into Vancouver, the more you notice this amazing mix of Asian culture and San Francisco design vibes. Every corner has its own story of how these different styles blend together perfectly. Check out this pole with lucky waving cats. Their raised paws are supposed to bring good fortune. On my way to the meeting, cruising through the city center. These towering skyscrapers against the mountain backdrop, that's Vancouver's signature view right there. Can't wait for this meeting. This hot dog stand could be straight out of New York City. Love how these little urban touches make every big city feel connected. Welcome to Vancouver Beach. Even with snow on the sand, life here never stops. Seagulls are doing their usual patrol, cargo ships are waiting their turn to unload. But what really gets me in this incredible contrast is the sound of waves crashing against the shore, with a bustling metropolis on one side and majestic mountains on the other. It's like nature and urban life found their perfect balance right here. The whole scene reminds me why Vancouver is so special. And here is this cozy little marina, where small yachts are gently bobbing in the open water. It's fascinating how these tiny vessels have made their home right here, in the heart of the city, creating this perfect urban marina time scene. Even these crows found the perfect spot to chill. Another marina with yachts taking their winter rest. The city skyline creates such a perfect backdrop. It's like these boats are posing for a postcard shot. The market's food court is buzzing with life, barely any free tables around. Couldn't resist grabbing some sweet and sour pork noodles and lemon chicken for lunch. The street art here is something else. Love how they blend Asian themes with urban style on these poles. Every piece tells a story of Vancouver's unique culture of fashion. Heading home, a familiar journey filled with warmth and excitement. And here we are, landed in Winnipeg.
It's 1 o'clock and I finally got home. It was a long day.
Basement gym is my savior today. The cold doesn't bother me, but I'm not in the mood for a winter walk. Treadmill, it's a gentle walk, no rush, just moving and thinking, letting my mind wander freely. Starting my Saturday with my favorite instant coffee ritual. There is something comforting about this simple morning routine. Just me, my coffee, and the quiet morning ahead. Minus 25 outside, but the city looks absolutely stunning today. These crisp winter mornings have their own kind of magic. Everything looks so sharp and clear in this cold air.
It's already been like 30 minutes since I walked outside, and as you can see on my face, it's not so bad as you might think. Yes, it's still like minus 26, but it's not so bad. I know that I'm doing like a lot of mistakes, like you should cover your face on this freezing cold, but as for now I'm okay with it, so keep going.
Passing by Winnipeg Police Headquarters. This building always catches my eye, it's got such a striking modern design.
Still alive, yeah, so it looks not so bad.
Time to unplug the engine block heater. This little device is truly a winter survival essential in Winnipeg. Made it to Costco for a shopping run. Love these weekend shopping trips. There is something exciting about exploring all these aisles and finding good deals. Time to stock up on some essentials and maybe discovering something new. Sunday self-care time. Trying out this Korean face mask because winter can be pretty harsh on your skin. You know, these K-beauty products are actually amazing for hydration. Plus, there is something so relaxing about taking these few minutes just for yourself on a Sunday morning.